We're making Chinese ketchup garlic prawns today. Nothing fancy, just juicy prawns, a very simple classic Chinese sauce, and real comfort food. Ketchup shrimp is also a staple for family dinner tables during Chinese New Year, which is coming up very fast. And my mom would make this dish along with 5 or 6 other dishes. She would spend the entire day cooking. Now some might think ketchup is a weird ingredient for prawns. If you think that way, guess what's inside your shrimp cocktail sauce? And if you follow my channel, you see that I do not cook a lot of seafood. So when I do, I make sure it's a special one. Man, this is my favorite way of making prawns from now on. Oh, look at that. It's like a baby lobster. Freshly chopped spring onions. So let's go. Oh. This is 800 grams of prawns. It sounds like a lot, but keep in mind, a lot of the weight is in the heads. And to make sure that this recipe works and tastes extra special, I recommend shrimp heads on. I'll show you why later. It's for like fresh live shrimp, you know? It's about $14 for 2.2 pounds, 1 kilogram. I swear that prawn is going for my throat. Yeah, that really scared the shit. Got lobsters here too. Yeah, I'm gonna make something with these next time. Okay, kapamaka. So as you saw, these prawns are swimming around a few hours ago. Since then, I kept them in my cold refrigerator for an hour and then in the freezer for 30 minutes. So they are completely out by now, but still very fresh. And it will be easier to clean. First off, I'm gonna snip off these pointy ends right here. It's really sharp like a needle, so be careful. Snip off the legs too and the antenna while you're at it. I'm not gonna remove the shells. There's a ton of flavors in there as well as the heads. Chefs use shrimp heads and shells to make a really good seafood stock. And it'll make the sauce with these shrimps taste really good. To remove the shrimp's poop chute, cut down the spine like that. Just a shallow cut, deep enough so you can gently pull out the guts. And don't mind that I'm using shrimp and prawns interchangeably. Different regions in the world call it differently. Not that that's an excuse, it's just how my brain works. You can skip this step if you don't mind eating shrimp turd. And when you're finished, give the prawns a good rinse with cold water and then strain. Now this step is really important. Use some paper towels to dry them out as much as you can. Because when you start to fry these and there's too much moisture, as soon as the wet shrimp hits a pan, a lot of oil is going to splatter. So if you want to avoid that, dry out the shrimp as much as you can. Then coat the shrimp with cornstarch, about a few tablespoons. If you don't have cornstarch, all-purpose flour works too. So when we add the cooked shrimp to the sauce, it'll give something for the sauce to grab onto. Alright, so for the awesome sauce for the prawns, Cantonese style, we have ketchup. It looks like a lot, but trust me, this dish is not going to taste really ketchup-y. Like I mentioned, Chinese New Year is coming up soon. This is a very popular dish during that time, and the color red is very symbolic of Chinese New Year. Sugar for sweetness. Some soy sauce. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. A pinch of salt. It is a very simple sauce, but packed full of flavors. Just mix the sauce well and set it aside. And now for the aromatics. A small shallot minced. You can also use a small red onion. And of course we need a lot of garlic. So much garlic to make a vampire. Reconsider its career choice. Doesn't have to be too fine, okay? Like large chunks like that should be okay. Also need a little bit of ginger, fresh ginger. About 6 to 8 slices of ginger. This much ginger will add a kick to the sauce. Chop the whites of spring onions and keep it with the shallots, garlic, and sliced ginger. All of these go in at the same time during cooking. Chop up the greens of the spring onions and set it aside for garnish. Heat a pan, add 3 tablespoons of oil when your pan starts to smoke. I am using a medium-high heat here. You need a really good high heat so the prawn meat is tender when seared. Cooking prawns is fast. You don't want to overcook your prawns or else it gets rubbery. Cook one side until it starts to turn like an orange-red color. And this step is really important. Press down on the shrimp heads. It's going to release tons of flavors into that oil. It's going to flavor that oil with amazing umami flavors. And it's going to make the sauce even tastier and just really different. Keep an eye out on the smaller ones, they will cook faster, so flip them sooner and remove when 90% cooked. Again, add a little bit more oil if it starts looking dry. All the shrimp should have like a really orangey, reddish color. When all the shrimps are done cooking, do not wash that pan. Just remove bits of shrimp, if any, so nothing burns. On a low heat, add the whites of the spring onions, garlic, shallots, and ginger. Stir around and mix with that beautiful shrimp flavored oil. Again, add a little bit more oil if it starts looking dry. Keep stirring so nothing burns. When the shallots start to turn translucent, toss in a tablespoon of Chinese cooking wine and keep stirring for another 30 seconds. By this point, your kitchen is going to smell amazing. Now add the sauce mixture and turn the heat up to a medium. That sauce is going to caramelize in a hot pan, creating some amazing flavors. Stir, 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 mix, mix, mix for about 30 seconds, and then toss in the prawns. And now the shrimp will have this wonderful glaze. That cornstarch has done its work. Toss and coat the shrimp for about a minute until the shrimps are fully cooked, which shouldn't take too long by now. Look at that, man, perfectly cooked shrimp, Chinese style with ketchup, garlic, perfect for Chinese New Year. I can't wait, I gotta try it. This is one of the best shrimp recipes out there. It is so simple and so fast to make. For those that celebrate Chinese Lunar New Year's, Gong Hei Fa Choi. Make this one your family favorite. As always, I do make deliveries. I take Bitcoins and Camels as payment. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next one.